Hello, Brother Monroe here. Welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts and to the Greek campaign, where finally we have hunted down the battleship, the Dutch battleship that has been wandering around the Mediterranean, and I think is trapped in the Mediterranean because they're now at war with Britain and can't leave. The Batavia, or Batavia, Dutch people correct me in the comments. It's slow and the armour isn't the best. Especially now that the Canaris is sporting fancy new Krupp fleet. They do have a trained crew, and they do have bigger guns than us at 13.2 inch, but I'm assuming these are going to be Mark 1s, not Mark 2s. They do have a fairly hefty secondary armament, 6 twin 7.3 inch guns. Ew, okay. Anyway, we have a much bigger fleet than them, so this should be just a case of blapping them. But you should never underestimate what a battleship can do. Oh, that's very far back. Interesting design. Right, let's form up the heavy division. Standard tactics that I've been using in most of the battles with this fleet. We shall locate them and sink them. It's Canaris sporting her refit, of course. If you didn't see that in the last episode, she has new guns, and the torpedo tubes have been removed. The new battleship also does not have underwater torpedo tubes. We have seen too many torpedo detonations on our big ships. And they're somewhere. Oh, they're firing at me. They have good spotting, apparently. So, here is the Dutchman. Oh, interesting. Very similar hull to us. They haven't used the casemates. Instead going for turrets. Oh no, this is not. And this is the American. This is the American one. I don't like where this rear turret is. I think that might cause them issues if we can shoot them in the stern. Their armor quality isn't the best, but it's still okay. Ballastite and picric acid, though, is an explosive mixture. Very explosive. I know light protected cruisers like this should not attack battleships, but I kind of want to see if we can get some damage in. Also have... Oh no, these do not have the long range torpedoes yet. They do have a torpedo. It is very short range though. So mostly this is just the scouting group locating the enemy battleship so that Canaris can move in against them. Opening fire already. It's quite long range for this era, 11 kilometers. She ain't doing nothing. AP though, just took out a secondary gun. Oh, one of the turreted guns is quite good. It's very good for opening shots. Still working her way up, using the HE as spotting ammunition basically. Looks like they are withdrawing a bit. Possibly worried about me coming in for a torpedo attack, but that is not my plan. Oh, fucking hell. Definitely not my plan. Detach. Smoke. Withdraw. Oh my god, I might lose her here. That is an awful lot of flooding. 13-inch gun just smacked to one. Yeah, she's going to go down. That is too much flooding, I think. A massive hole in her side. %3 float. Still firing. 1%. 0%. Yeah. No, that's too much flooding. Hit right in the center of the ship. Right, we should probably back off with the light cruisers then, because that is very unfortunate. They're good ships, but they're not good enough to survive a hit like that. Oh, good hits. Anyway, they've kind of done their job. Caused a little bit of damage, slowed them up, allowed our battleship to come up. The tower. Oof. Clattering off. Fire control damage. Another hit to a secondary gun. I think are all their secondary guns out on the starboard side? No, one of them is still firing. Chipping away. Oh, there we go. Hits the tower. tough ship. Right, should be able to get a broadside now. Six-inch gun's definitely doing work. There we go. 12-inch gun selling. And again. Sunk. Annoyed I lost a ship. But such is the way of things. That should even things up and stop the government complaining. Quite as much. Yeah, that one hit just absolutely wrecked the Messalongyon. I don't have a new light cruiser hull yet. We're just going to have to deal with the fact that we lost one. Oh dear. Right, Spain. I am invading you. What you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? Oh, the other thing I need to do is make sure that the new ships are on sea control, and I also need to make sure that we refit the last of the batch 1s to the batch 2 standard. Yes, when are you going to get a new cruiser? I don't know. Don't know yet. Oh, I can take this priority off. Engines. Don't need to worry about that for a little bit. Money is a slight issue, but we have plenty of naval funds to run through. So that's fine. Huh. Well, okay then. Invading the Balearic Islands. Here is the Spanish fleet, such as it is. I expect them to try and stop me. Right, the Spanish are trying to block the invasion here, which obviously makes sense. They've got 2 light cruisers coming in. I think they have a heavy cruiser somewhere around as well that I'll need to sink. But hopefully they will just feed their fleet into mine. And that will allow us to get rid of them. Don't know where the creatures was thinking they were going. There they are. Let's have a look at you. Not bad. Oh, maybe we would have lost that rearmost gun, but to each their own. They do have standard range torpedoes compared to us. Or the same range, I should say. So, do need to be slightly cautious. 6 inches. Again, doing good work here. Nice shot. Bit of flooding. I think they're turning away. And getting punished for it. Another flooding hit. Should start swapping to the Leon now. Oh my goodness. Some bazes. Torpedo got hit, but weirdly I think you're okay. Switch your torpedoes on. Yeah, those underwater launchers are a little bit of a liability. What can you do? There we go. Torpedoes away. They're probably going to fire back, so you might want to turn. There it is. Turn shot. But that is looking plumb. 1, 2, 3, I think. Yep. No, just 2. But that, I think, is going to sink the Leon. Yep. So we should be able to circle back and finish off the other light. Oof. Big hit from a 12-inch gun. Helps. And there we go. Okay. Good. Okay, Austro-Hungarians fighting back a little bit. Yeah, there's that. Oh, 2 armoured cruisers and 4 light cruisers. Goodness gracious. That's actually more ships than I have. Yeah, we need to engage that if we can. How long do I have to wait for that new battleship to be ready? A year. Okay. Okay. Well, let's see if we can engage that Spanish fleet. Okay, the Spanish have arrived. They have 3 extremely large cruisers. They're not very expensive, though, for how enormous they are. 11,000 tons, almost as big as our battleship. They only carry 7.6-inch guns, though. So very odd. Very odd setup. Once again, same setup for us as we have been using. Torpedoes 2 off, torpedoes 2 off. Right. Don't scream, that's an insane thing to do. Right, yeah. These semi-armoured cruisers, I feel like they're just a bit too big. They're paying a lot for bulk. How much do they compare to ours? 48 versus 34. So our armoured cruisers are cheaper than theirs, but carry bigger guns. Holy shit, that was a long range hit. The Reina Mercedes out the front getting absolutely smashed by a 12-inch gun. Line is forming up. You guys can now slot into position. be able to finish off the rear Mercedes. The other two light cruisers seem to be going this way, which is interesting. Yeah, she is getting wrecked. And she goes. Alright, well now it's just a straight up brawl. Line versus line. What's their armour like? 6-inch main belt, 75%. Yeah. Not going through their main belt, but we might be able to tickle them a little bit. The larger ships can do a bit more damage. Really just want to get like the odd whoa, Trinidad! The hell happened to you? Did they come into the fight damaged? I didn't see if they did. Yeah, I think they came into the fight damaged, but they flooded out. What the hell? Yeah, they weren't even hit that much. And Cordon goes down. 12-inch guns doing most of that. Light cruisers attacking the rear of the line. Cruisers again proving their worth, just steadily chipping away. This causes, you know, a little bit of damage on the extended, and then if Canaris can manage it, kill shot. Goes one of the protected cruisers. Swing around with the lights. Ah, there you go. There's that 12-inch hit. And they sink very soon. After that. Speed up a little bit. Oh my word. Flash fire on the Pizarro. Front completely caved in. I can sort of see the design commonality between their cruisers, the Spanish, which is kind of cool. Sunk. Just leaves the one. Ooh, there's some good hits. And down she goes. Lovely. Good job. I think that's probably most of the Spanish fleet. No, we'll fight to the end with you. Austrian fight back, possibly. They still have one armoured cruiser. So I can see it. They have two. As it happens. Oh, but how the mighty have fallen. Look at the Ottomans. One armoured cruiser, and they're building nothing. Sucks to be them. We looked at our economy recently at 15.9. Spain has a bigger GDP than us. Italy's still pretty good, even though they lost that big chunk to Argentina. And then you've got the big boys up at the top. 8 battleships the British are rocking around with. What do the Americans have? We are technically still at war with them. Trying to get a peace treaty through is a bit of an arse. Looks like the British... Oh, we're helping. The British are trying to move on the Netherlands, but they do not have the force to do that. Interesting. Very interesting. Well, we'll continue with that invasion. Another armoured cruiser. We know that they have another one after this one, but we need to keep sinking them over and over and over until they give up and we are able to take the islands here, which will give us a base in the Western Mediterranean, which is quite nice. Don't need that lower acceleration just now. Now we can lower it. Into brawling range. Oh, 12-inch gun. Right there. Wow, big hole. Just trim slightly. Now the other thing we need to do is fire AP from the 6 inches. Oh, boom, go the torpedoes, and that is going to sink the ship. Okay. Good stuff. One thing, if I am thinking light cruisers, there is a tech priority I should maybe consider, although it's very early to try and start rushing it. And that is turret mechanisms, because in here somewhere is double turrets for light cruisers. So I'm just going to pop that on for a little bit. See how we go. Oh, we're about to take it. Next turn. Let's see if that goes through. Right, here comes that last armoured cruiser. We should be able to finish her off, or at least I hope so. It's a shame they didn't put all of them together. I think, well, not that I think that would have made too much difference in that bigger fleet battle. But Having another 2 armoured cruisers, and they might have made a difference, rather than sending in the 4 and then sending in the last 2 one by one. I guess they weren't available or something. At any rate, they're going to get destroyed for their troubles. Nice hit. 12-inch gun it was. Right, you guys, you can go normal, just in case you get a torpedo shot. Sectorus, I think, does have a shot. Go for it. Turning away to avoid. One of them is kinked, but that is almost certainly a dud. Oh, their own torpedoes explode. Oh, and then their ammunition explodes. Yeah, that sums it up really. Damage dealt 0, and they exploded horribly. Okay. Good. They want the old ones. No, because I need to get rid of that design, actually. And we do gain control of the Balearic Islands. Lovely. So, yeah, this old version we are going to get rid of. I haven't actually built any batch 2s, although I should now, because we have a new port that we just grabbed in Mallorca. I will have to come up with a name. I think. Yes, how about these? Vendar. Oh no, I've already used that. Never mind. Skippers. Okay. And that should secure Mallorca for us. I might put a cruiser here, actually, as the port is big enough. You can have Sectorus. Now, what on earth do I do with the fleet? Because, yeah, I'm always Spain, but I'm not going to try and take mainland Spain. That is a bit of a stretch for us right now. We're at war with Portugal. We could go attack Portugal. We could go try and take some islands. They're way out here, though. We would have to remain allied with the British, but islands are always fun. Or do I want to limit myself to the Well, we need to end these wars. Is the short version of it. Let's try and push to get rid of the United States as an enemy, because I do see that they have a cruiser over here. Yeah, maybe we can push for an end to the war with the Portuguese by taking Madeira. We can try. Need to end the war somehow. Okay, we are piecing out against the US. We could, in theory, take some stuff off them, like Hawaii. God damn. I actually kind of want the money, though. Do I want their cruisers? Not really. Yeah, I'll just take the money. Thank you. Do you know what? We'll talk. Spain. We'll talk. Nope. Yeah, one more turn. We'll take Madeira. I don't know if that'll give us enough VP to get the Portuguese to go away, but combined with the British, we are blockading Portugal, which should bring them to the negotiating table pretty quickly. With China and Japan, and Germany, we're at 0 VP. So, depending on how long we've been at war with them, sometimes you can get a... That doesn't look like it. Right, one thing I do need to do, though, is improve relations with France, because one of the things I need to remember to do is when you break an alliance, alliances need a rework. We know that. But yeah, your relations reset to 0, which is not correct. I wonder if that's an easy change or a difficult change. I'll have a chat with the others who helped me with the mod about that, and let's see if we can take Funchal. Okay, we have peace with the Spanish. Oh, we could grab the Canary Islands. Sure. They refuse, but they're paying us lots of money. That's great. Oh, hello. What? That needs my attention. Well, the invasion of... Yes. Invasion of Funchal is complete. We can... build a destroyer to look after it. This will be the... Sorry, here we go. But apparently there's an enemy over here. What have we got? Yes, German fleet. That needs blown up. Well, that will be in the next episode. Thank you very much for watching. They've got more. Germany not have better things to do? No, not really. Interesting. Well, I guess we need to go beat up the Germans. We are at war with them, so destroying some of their stuff would allow us to peace out against them. But yeah, we need to get the fleet back, and we need to sink their stuff, basically. Hopefully this blockade will be sticky. And yeah, the Portuguese will give up. But yeah, the fleet needs to get back. How long will it take them to get there? 1 turn. Okay, so start of the next episode. Hopefully we get a battle with the Germans. And actually, let's see if we get the battle with the Germans. Well, we find one German ship, but it's not the ones I was after. Anyway, this will in fact be the start of the next episode, as it's Greece versus Germany. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon for some more Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. Bye for now.